Hello and welcome to another battle report from the Ministry of Miniatures, and today we are returning to the Western Desert to see an escalation from Olaf's Deutsche Afrika Korps up to 750 points, and my Commonwealth army again up to 750 points. I'll go through the armies shortly, but this is the table, and let's go through the board first. So this is a Western Desert board. You can see we've got the two edges here. We've tried to make it as equal as possible, so both sides has a building, a fence line, a bit of open ground to the main objective, which is the Hurricane crashed in the middle. There is a parachutist there, and the idea behind this scenario is there's important intelligence on board, and it's for both armies, the British to try and recover it, or the Germans to try and steal it and get vital intelligence about the building armies in Al Alamein. And then on this side is where the Germans will start, and again they've got a fence and a building. So the buildings will be hard cover, the fence line will be soft cover, and then all these bits in the middle are just eye candy, although tanks won't be able to go over these objectives. What they're called Czech hedgehogs, aren't they? I'll have to edit that bit. And then on the British side, exactly the same, although I have just put a couple of pieces of artillery, again, just for eye candy, just to show, just to make the board look a bit more interesting. So there it is. And the objective today, capture the middle, gives you 3 points, and you get a point for each of the enemy dice that you get. So the most points wins. So let's go through the armies. So here we have my Commonwealth army. I've upgraded it from the Australian diggers because the Deutsche Afrika Korps have moved forward. They're now taking on my Scots, which are going to be a veteran force. So up front I have an officer and an assistant. They're both going to have SMGs, but the officer's smoking a pipe and having a brew at the moment. Then, as you can see here, I've got two identical veteran squads. Each of them has an LMG at the back here. That's the prone ones with a loader. And then there's 7 rifles, and at the front is the NCO with an SMG. And as I say, I've got 2 identical squads. Then to help support them, same as last time, I have got my veteran engineers. So as you can see, I've done a little bit of conversion work on them just to make them look a bit different. A minesweeper, grenader, wire cutter, a guy with a shovel that helps the digging of any mines. Then I've got a flamethrower and an LMG. So to support those, I've also got the free artillery observer plus a friend. They're both going to be armed with rifles. And as you can see there, I've done a little bit of building up on this one just to give it a bit of a character. And then I've also got a sniper and a medium mortar with spotter. And there we go. That's 8 dice. And that is my infantry for my army, along with my M3. So this will go as the infantry tank to support my Scots. So here we have Olaf's Deutsche Afrika Korps, the DAK, 750 points. And to start with, he has an officer with an SMG at the front here. He then has 3 identical squads, which are NCO with an SMG, an LMG with loader, and then the rest are rifles. And they're 8-man squads, 3 of them. Then he's got 2 LMG teams, they're 3-man squads. A medium mortar, then he's also got the 231 that he had last time, and also he's got a Panzer III. So there we go, that's Olaf's army, 9 dice, 750 points. Let's see how the battle goes. Right, here we are, ready for round 1. So just to start with, I've put my sniper just in position here on top of the building. I've got my mortar spotter on top of the building, and then down there I've got my forward observer as well, just to give them good sight over the battlefield. The DAC don't have anything that can repair early. I did think about putting someone in the middle there, but with all the LMGs that the Afrika Korps have got, I just think they would have been shot up too early. So let's get started and see who's first out the bag.
Afrika Korps. And that should, if I'm not mistaken, give me a 12 move.
Yep.
And I'm going to do that on the road. So it means that I can theoretically take double.
You can, apart from the Czech hedgehogs are blocking the road.
Which would put me as far as the Czech hedgehogs.
Yeah.
Which is all I'm interested in at the moment.
Yep, very good. Next dice.
And that is a advance. Next dice out, also Afrika Korps. Sorry, I do that every time, sorry. And the tank is going to move up at this side here. Oops.
Fortune favours the brave, and very nice. Okay. Afrika Korps again.
I think we're going to have one of the LMG teams move onto the board and as far as the building.
Yep.
So 6 and in. No, they won't get in. That's about as far as they get. And it's the Commonwealth.
Commonwealth, right. I'm going to bring my medium mortar on behind here, so he's just advanced on behind the building. Next dice.
Commonwealth again.
Okay, I'm going to have a think about this. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my tank on the road, so it can do 18 inches on the road at a move, which will bring it to here. And then I'm going to have a shot at your, so I can see both your tank and I can see your 2, 3, 1. So let's come back with some shots. Okay, so I've moved, which will be 4, probably long range 5, and I don't think either of them have got cover, so it's going to be 5s. So let's start with the light anti-tank gun on your armoured car, and then the medium anti-tank gun onto your tank. So I'll be back shortly when I've measured. So yeah, they're both in range. So to start with, I'll do the light anti-tank gun, which, as I say, is going to be movement 4, long range 5. Miss. And then the medium anti-tank, needing 5 on your Panzer, and that's a 4, that's a miss as well. So, next dice. Okay, I'm going to run my officer in, I think. Okay, so I've just ran the officer in up behind the scrub there. Next dice. Okay, so I'm just going to run one of these Scots in, and I'm going to bring them up on this side of the mat. There you go, so I've just ran the Scots 12 inches onto the table.
Afrika Korps.
Yeah, so the DAC have just brought their medium mortar in. Okay, next dice.
Another one for the Afrika Korps.
Very good. Next dice. Okay, Commonwealth, so I'm going to run a unit up to here. There you go, so I've just run the veteran Scots 12 inches.
squad in.
There we go, that's the squad running. Next dice.
Commonwealth.
Okay, I think I've only got my engineers, so I'm going to run them up behind the tank, I think. Okay, engineers just running. So I think all the rest are yours now, aren't they? Oh no, I've still got my sniper and...
Afrika Korps. Another squad running up behind the armoured car.
Okay, Commonwealth dice, so I'm just going to test how far I am for my sniper. You can see some units out there, so I'm just going to have a pop shot. There we go, so I've just measured from my sniper and it doesn't make it to the fence, so I'll have to wait for him to come out from behind the fence to get the objective. This will be your last. Oh, you got the officer as well.
This will be another. Get their butts up front.
And then the last one will be your officer, because I think that's the last dice, isn't it?
No, there's 2 dice left in here.
What have I got? Oh, I've got my...
Commonwealth.
it will be my spotter. So let's call... I can't bring it in yet, but I'm going to call it in. And I'm going to stick it right there. So I can see, hopefully, can get a few of those.
Last dice. The last die is the officer who's also going to head for the building.
Excellent. So that's the end of round 1. Both sides running up, not much gone on, a few shots from my tank, but this is what happens in round 2. So we just need to resolve the airstrike at the beginning of round 2. So let's roll to see if it comes in. 6, yes it does. So it's going to be D6 plus 6 radius, and that's 5, so that's 11 inches. So we'll just take a measurement and see who's going to be hit. So let's start with the vehicle here. So I'm going to roll to see what the damage effect is. So 3, that'll be D3 markers, pin markers. So that is 1. Then we do the Afrika Korps unit here. That's a 5, so again that's D3. Again that's 1 pin. Let's do the officer. 1. So the officer will be 2 pins. The LMG team here will be 3 pins. The mortar team, 1 pin. The LMG squad here, 2 pins. And then the last LMG squad, will be 2 pins. And then I'll remove this. Here we go. Okay, round 2. Let's see what happens. Who will get the first dice?
And it's the Commonwealth.
Yay! So I'm going to repeat my shots. Light anti-tank gun at your armoured car. Medium anti-tank gun at your tank over there. So just be needing 4s this time. So... at your armoured car, needing a 4. Yep, got it. And then I'll do the tank needing a 4. No. So let's be back shortly. Okay, so I need, it's a +4 on the light anti-tank gun. So that will be 3s to glance. And I've got a 4, so penetrate. And I've got a 3. So let's look what that is. Okay, so on a 3, the vehicle's on fire. It takes an additional pin marker and then takes a morale check for the vehicle. If the test is failed, the vehicle's knocked out. Otherwise, place a down order on the vehicle or change its order dice to down. The vehicle is halted and cannot make another move that turn. Roll for turret jam if applicable. Okay.
He's regular.
So he would have extra pins with me. So he's got one from the howitzer that hit at the beginning, and one for being hit, and then additional pins of 3. But that's still enough because you've got 8. So he's still in it. So if pull a dice out, he goes down, and that's it. Okay. Next dice.
Another one for the Commonwealth.
Okay. I am going to fire my mortar. And I'm going to fire it at this team here. So let's have a go and see what the range is. Okay, so needing a 6. No. Another one for the Commonwealth. Okay, I'm just going to move this team up 6 inches. And that should put them... Okay, I'm going to see if I can shoot across at any of your teams over there. So let's measure the distance. Yep, they're all out of range. So next dice.
Afrika Korps. I think my safest bet is to take a pot shot with my Mark III at your Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a Grant or a Lee? I can never remember.
Grant.
And that's a medium anti-tank gun. That should be 4s if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, just for long range.
And it's a miss.
Okay. Okay, next dice.
Afrika Korps again.
So the officer's going to do with me with those 2 teams and then run in the building.
Yeah.
Cool. I think the door's around this side, isn't it? So you should all be able to get in.
The mortar squad.
Okay, so the mortar squad loses their pin.
And we'll go in and up.
Yep. At the LMG squad.
No.
I have to put that on. Oh no, they go down. And then the officer. Yeah, he's fine, isn't he? Because he's the officer as well. So he loses 1 pin. And what's he doing? Is he running in as well, or is he moving forward?
He's going into the building as well.
Okay.
And he will be inside the building, so I'm going to put him at the back here to designate that rather than...
The roof does come off if you look.
Yeah, it's easier just...
Yeah, okay.
So he is in the building, downstairs.
Yep. Good. Okay, so it's Commonwealth again, so I'm just going to come back shortly. Yeah, I'm going to run my officer. He's just going to run 12 inches, or probably less, just up to be next to the tank. And the other guys here, give some support. Alright, there we go then, next dice.
It's the Afrika Korps.
And do you know what you're going to do?
Gonna get the LMG squad at the end there to move up to the fence, which is basically just a run. And this is
Okay, so the LMG's all set for the next round. Next dice, please.
Afrika Korps again.
Do you know what you're going to do?
I think I'm going to try and remove pin and get those guys up to the soft cover.
Yep.
Which is regulars.
7, 8, 9.
Which means 1 down.
Yep.
And
Just move up.
yeah,
That's easier than 12.
make use of the soft cover. Afrika Korps again. Rinse and repeat over there. also going to
Run up to the hedge, or the fence. And you lose the marker. Okay, next dice.
the Commonwealth.
Yay. So let's move this unit up to the fence. See how far it is. Here we go. So I've just run the Scots up against the fence. I know the Germans will be out of range, so
Another one for the Commonwealth.
okay. I think I don't have a lot left, so I'm going to move my engineers up. And I'll be back. There we go. So I've just run the engineers up against the fence. So a bit like the Germans, everyone's huddled against the fence, ready to go over the top.
Afrika Korps. Rally those guys and run them up to the fence as well. Nine, 10, the regulars.
Is that the last, or is there one more? Oh, there's a couple more.
Commonwealth.
Okay, so I'm going to run the observers up, because now they've fired their guns. They've got a couple of rifles, which can just help put some suppressive fire down if need be.
And the Afrika Korps last one, which no, sorry, Commonwealth. Just
So that'll be my,
sniper.
yeah, I'm going to put him on. Well, he'll just go down because there's nothing he can do. There we go. So that is the end of round 2. So essentially, you've got a few pins on you. You've managed to run up to the fence, and the same here. There's been an exchange of fire, and we're all huddled against the fence, ready to go over the top. So let's see what happens in round 3. Okay, round 3. Let's see who's going to get the first dice.
Afrika Korps.
Good.
Gonna take a pot shot at the ground again.
Yep.
Stay where I am, but and that is a 4, and it's a miss again.
Okay.
Commonwealth.
Okay. I am going to fire my mortar, and I am going to fire at this huddled group here. So needing a 6. No, I get a 1. Next dice.
Commonwealth again.
Again. I'm going to put my sniper on ambush.
Commonwealth.
Okay. I'm going to have to come back. Okay, so I'm just going to put these two with rifles onto ambush.
Commonwealth again.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to run the officer across to this side. So he just covers here.
Commonwealth again.
She'll come back. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to advance across and over. And I'm only going to do an advance to see if I can shoot. So there we go, let's do some measuring. Okay, so the rifles are just out of range, but the LMG is in range. So it'll be movement, which is 4, long range 5, soft cover 6. So let's see what I can get. And I get a 6. And I don't know why I rolled 1 dice. So I roll the others. So it's 1 hit. So that's a pin at least, and then 3. Okay. Next dice.
They are now on the roof.
So Olaf's just moved his mortar onto the roof. Next dice.
Commonwealth.
Okay. I'm going to move this section up 6 inches. So that's to there. And let's do some measuring. So the LMG is the only one that can fire, so he's going to fire at the squad just here that hasn't moved yet. And it's going to be 4 shots with the LMG, needing 6s again. And I got a hit, so that's a pin. And needing a 4 to kill, and it's 1. So is it regular? Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. So removes 1 pin.
2. And then with his autocannon, he's also going to take a pot shot at the engineers.
Yeah, so it's normally a 3. You've got 2 pins, which makes it a 5. It's long range, which is 6. And then,
2 shots, if I'm not mistaken.
yep. Nothing.
Afrika Korps again.
Okay, so they've got a pin if they're going to advance. Are they advancing or running?
They're just advancing.
Okay. So they've got 1 pin and they're regular, are they?
Yep. Everything is regular.
Yeah, that's fine. Good.
And
Okay, so they're still out to 24 inches shooting at the unit there. So it's going to be movement 4, long range 5, soft cover for the aeroplane 6. So 5 dice needed 6. Yeah, so you got 1. And then there's veterans who need 5. 6, so roll again in case you get an exceptional. No, so it's just 1 dead and a pin. Okay, next dice.
it's another Afrika Korps. Rinse and repeat with those guys.
Yep. So they've got 2 pins. No,
9,
they go
do
down.
not. Another Afrika Korps.
You haven't got a lot left, have you?
No, not really. My LMG there.
Yep.
Again, try and remove the pin.
What action are you doing, do you know?
It's basically just going to be an order, I think. The regulars.
Nope.
9 plus 1 is 10.
Okay, so they go down. That's the power of a single pin.
Yeah.
Next dice.
Afrika Korps again.
Okay.
They're done.
You've got your officer and this unit here by the looks of it, and
them.
LMG.
Well, let's try the LMG.
Okay, so you need 6 or less. So
Nope.
they go down.
I'm telling you, it was stinker. Another Afrika Korps. Those guys
Yep.
run up to the hedge. No, actually no. Move up to the hedge and also fire at those guys.
You won't be able to make it, but you'll make it.
Well, move 6 inches and then fire.
You need to take test first. You've got a pin. 7, 8, yeah, so that pin goes. Good.
And since the range we know is pretty far.
So, movement 4, long range 5. Yeah, 2 hits. And just a pin. There we go.
It's the Commonwealth.
Okay, so I've just moved my engineers behind this squad so they've got some soft cover, but I'm going to return fire from my LMG. So 4 shots, movement 4, long range 5, and I'm going to go for the team that are in the open over there that's just fired at me next to your 231.
Cool.
Okay, 4 shots, needed 5s. Yep, got 1. Just a pin. Is it just your officer you got left?
Officer I've got left, yeah. Well, he's just going to remove his pin.
Okay.
Nothing else really to it.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, go for
You
it.
take him out of the building and put him here, and you can give your morale bonus to
That's a
help.
good idea. Yeah.
So just run him out. So he takes his test, which he doesn't. He goes down,
Should have stayed
which
where
is
I was.
difficult. There we go. The last dice should be my tank.
It is.
So part of the reason of me moving the engineers behind there was because actually I wanted to make sure I still had a shot on your 231 with the 1 inch gap, which I do have. So I'm going to return fire on your tank, needing a 4 with a medium anti-tank gun. So needing a 4, I've got it. Okay, so it's +5 on a 9, so 4 will glance. No, so it's just D3 pins, 3, I believe. Okay, so that was the tank, and now I've got the light anti-tank gun onto here, which is +4. So I need to hit it again, so it's just long range, needing a 4, which I get. So let's hit, so I've got +4, yours 7, is it?
Yep.
So I need a 3. Yep, so I've penetrated, and then a 6. Oh, I'm afraid that's destroyed.
I believe you might be right.
Kaboom. Boom. 1-0. And that's my tank fired. Is that all the dice?
That's all.
So, end of round 3. I think the Brits, well the Scots, have made a good charge forward. Be interesting to see what happens with the Afrika Korps. On to turn 4. Okay, let's see who gets the first dice on turn 4.
Commonwealth.
I am going to fire my tank, funny enough. So I'm just going to do a fire order. And I'm going to start with a medium anti-tank gun at your tank again. So needing a 4, which I get. So it's +5, so I need a 4 to penetrate, or glance, 6, so I do penetrate. And then let's see damage control what it does, 2. Plus D3 pins, so you can have another 3 pins, but 2 on the damage. I'm going to find my light anti-tank gun at your unit there. So that's the one that's next to the 231, which I do believe are predominantly in the open, because there's 4 that are behind the cover and 5 that are open. So that's going to be a 4 to hit these ones. Okay, so we're going to say long range 4, soft cover 5, and I got 3. So that's the tank done. Next dice. Commonwealth, I'm going to fire my mortar. And I've ranged in 1 marker before, so I need a 5. Oh, I get a 4. So I'll put another marker next to it. Next dice.
Commonwealth again.
Okay, let's get moving. I am going to put my sniper team on ambush. Because I know if that unit there takes an inch forward, I can shoot them. Okay. Next dice.
Commonwealth again.
Oh, really? So I'm just going to fire with this unit here. They've got 1 pin. So let's see what happens with them. 9, and they're veterans, so they lose the 1 pin. And then I'm going to do 4 shots with the LMG at your team in the open. So it'll just be long range 4s. 2 hits. 1 kill. So a pin and a dead.
I think they're going to return the favour.
Okay. You're just going to fire, are you?
Just fire.
You need to pass your test.
So, 8. Nope.
Go down.
Again.
Commonwealth. Okay, let's do something else. Okay, I'm just going to run my officer over the fence to here. There we go. What's that pin there for? Is that the officer? I don't know. I must have just had it.
Yeah, I think you just had
Because
it.
he hasn't been shot at. Okay.
Oh, that's the only one that got shot.
Yep.
Afrika Korps. LMG in the corner there is going to take a pot shot at the Scots in front of him again.
7
is good.
Good. Needed 4s long range, isn't it?
Yep.
1 hit. Nothing but a pin.
That's good.
Yep. Every pin helps. Okay, so it's time to advance this team here. They do have 2 pins, but there is an officer right next to them. So the veteran, so needing 10s, 2 pins is 8. The officer makes it 9s. Oh, nearly insane courage. But there we go, so that's 1 pin off. And they're going to move up the 6 inches. So, needing 6s. Nothing. There you go.
Then move those guys forward and fire at the Scots that just shot at them.
Okay, so you got pin. Yep, so pin's removed.
With that, move them up against the hedge, fence, whatever you want to call it.
It's going to be the same as it. Movement 4, long range 5, and that's it.
White is the LMG.
Yep. Yeah, so you hit the 2 of them. Pin again. And just another pin.
Afrika Korps again.
Okay.
Right, mortar. Take a pot shot. I'm going to take another pot shot at those with the mortar.
These ones.
Yep.
Okay.
They are now on top of the building.
Yeah, so you need a 6. It's just a 6 because it's indirect. Yeah. And you get it? So you'll probably get 3 at the most.
On 3 dice.
So they're veterans. So you could get 3. So you roll 3 dice, and you killed 1, and then D3 pins, and another pin. Okay, so I choose which one to come off. Just be one of these at the end. Another pin. And you're ranged in, so.
Get the officer out.
So round check. 9, yeah, he makes it. Only just, but he makes it. And then he can run out, can't he, next to your.
And that is him done. Afrika Korps again.
Yep.
About time. Remove their pin.
Yep.
So that is 9s, 6s, officer next to them, 7s.
Yep. Yep, so they remove the pin.
There. Line of.
Okay, so we're just looking at that, and it's going to be hardcover because most of the unit is covered by the tank. So it's going to be movement 4, long range 5, hardcover 7s. But it's worth a shot. And 2 pins, but that still makes it 7s.
Nope.
Nothing. Good.
Worth a try.
Yeah. So Afrika Korps again. So I think you got your tank and this
Yeah.
unit here, haven't
We're going to leave them for now. No, I'm going to take them now, which is basically also move over and fire.
you? Yep.
And let's
So
go
you need to
take those
pass your order
guys.
test first with 2 dice. No, they go down.
Oh, these pens are horrible. Scots.
Yeah. Right, I shall be back. Okay, I am going to move my engineers up. Okay, so I've advanced my engineers up, and then I'm going to open fire on the LMG team here. So it's going to be movement 4, long range 5, soft cover 6s. So I'll be back when I worked out the dice. Okay, so all of these are needing 6s. Nothing. Again.
Tank. Not much you can really do. Try and. He is regulars as 9s, 2s.
Now you go on your original. So
Oh, 9. Okay.
Because you're foregoing a move. Yeah, it's a 9, so you get it, so it's D6 plus 1. Pins removed. 3. So you're down to 4. And then you just put the dice as rally. Okay, so my spotter team have just gone over the fence, and I've got movement 4, long range 5. I'm going to shoot 2 rifles at that squad there. See if I can put another pair. 2 dice, needed 5s. No. And that is the end of turn 4. So the Brits have made a good gallant move forward. And the Afrika Korps have just been cogged up a bit with a few pins. So let's see what the next turn holds. Turn 5. Who's going to get the first dice?
It is the Scots.
Right, so I am going to attempt to move this unit here with 3 pins. So they're veterans, so that's normally 10. 3 pins takes them down to 7. Oh, 2 dice. Yep, 7. So they pass. They've still got 2 pins, but that removes your ranging in because I'm going to advance. Okay, so 2 pins makes it movement would be 4 6s. It's going to be 7s all round, isn't it? Because you're in soft cover. So I'm shooting at your LMG team here, needing 7. Nothing. Okay, next dice. Come on, Commonwealth.
It is Scots.
Right, my mortar's going to fire. So I've got 2 ranged in, so I need a 4. No. There's another ranged in marker.
Mortar's going to take a pot shot at the Scots advancing again.
Yep, so needing a 6 again.
Yep.
You never know, you got it last time.
Anything is possible.
And what's the chances?
In this
So
case,
you can get 3 again. And nothing, but D3 pins. 3. That puts about 5 on each. Okay, next dice.
Afrika Korps.
Yeah, do you know what you're going to do?
Yes, LMG's going to fire at those guys.
So it's going to be 3s.
Just to confirm that
It's
5
3s.
hits.
Yeah.
3s, we said.
Yep, 4 hits. Needing 5s. 1 dead. Okay, next dice.
Afrika Korps again. Guess what?
Yep.
And that's going to be pretty much the same.
So you can remember what it was?
The range.
Well, I've moved, so I think you're going to be long range on your rifles. So the LMGs are 3s, the rifles are 4s.
Okay, and there's a submachine gun in there as
It's
well.
our range.
Okay.
Crikey. Okay, so which one was which?
Oh, that was the rifles first.
Yeah, go on in.
So that's 4s.
And now you need 5s. Nope, just a pin. But you got me up to 7 pins.
That's a good start.
Yeah, they're nearly pinned out, which means they go.
That's flashback. Well, I need to get something. I've already got one in mind, and it's the Scots again.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to fire my tank again. This time I'm going to do the medium anti-tank gun at your tank again, and the light anti-tank I'm going to do at this squad here. So medium anti-tank gun is just long range, isn't it? 4. I've got 6, so plus 5 penetration, so I need a 4, and I get a 3, so it's just D3 pins. So another 2 pins.
You've got 7, not 5.
Then actually I'm going to do the light anti-tank gun at it as well. So same again, needing a 4 to hit. Yep. And then it's going to need... So I need a 5 to penetrate. No. Okay, so then D3 pins. Another 3 pins. Okay, so with my shots I've got them up to 9 pins. Tank is destroyed, and that'll be the dice out the bag.
My LMG squad there is going to move up.
Yep.
And again fire at those sods over there.
Yep.
Which...
So you need to take them out round test first. 7 yet, so they've got 1 pin left. But it's got an officer next to them.
There. And then fire at
So
those.
movement 4, pin 5, and you probably... So you got 5 shots on them.
Yep.
Nothing.
Worth a go.
Worth a go.
Scots again.
Okay, so I've just advanced that unit there, and I'm going to open fire on the unit that's pinned. Okay, so the LMG has got movement 4. It's not long range, but soft cover 5 on these. 2 hits. And then I've got... So then the rifles need... So its movement would be 4, long range 5, soft cover 6s. Another hit, so that's 1 pin. And I need 4s to kill. 2 dead. Yeah, 2 dead. It'll be your choice. This one, sorry, I changed.
And Scots again.
Okay. I am going to... Okay, I'm going to fire this unit. In fact, no, I'm going to advance them. 6 inches. Okay, so I've moved up. His unit now in the open, so it's just movement for long range 5s. But the SMG's 4s, did we say? Yes. So these need 4s, it's just movement. Oh, 4 hits. And then these ones need movement, long range 5s. Another 2, so that is 6 hits. Needed 4, so it's another pin. And that's 2 kills. Plus, yeah, just 2 kills and a pin.
Scots again.
Okay, this time I'm just going to move this unit 6 inches up. And they're going to fire their rifles. Can you just check if they'll be long range. So it'll be movement 4 long range 5s. Nothing. Okay.
Where's the dice for them? This one?
Yep.
Scots again.
Okay, the officer is going to run. I'm just going to have 1, 2, and come up behind these. Next dice.
Afrika Korps.
Okay, so this unit going to return fire. Yep. So you need to pass your pin. 8. No. That'll make 10, won't it?
That's 9. Oh yeah, sorry, 10, you're right.
So just go down. Good. My brave move is to try and get the objective and get the 3 points for it.
Scots again.
Okay, I'll be back. So it's my sniper. I'm just gonna, he's out of range, so I'm just gonna put him down.
Yeah, Afrika Korps.
So I think you got your officer in this unit here. haven't you?
Yeah. Well, they're going to remove pin and advance.
Okay, so you got 2 pins. No, they go down.
No, one man gathering. It's the officer.
So what you could have done, just saying, is you could
Bring
have
the
run your
officer
officer
around,
first
yeah.
and then he would get the bonus.
Well, he's going to do that now, which is 6. What's up there?
Okay, so that's the end of turn 5. This could be the last turn. So we shall be back after we collected the dice. There you go, so Afrika Korps first.
Mortar, kabloom.
Yep, so anything but a 1, because you're ranged in. You can get a 1. I saw the 1, but it wasn't, it was a 3. Okay, so it's 3 again. 1 hit. That's 1 dead. And then D3 pins. 2 pins. They are veteran, and they're now up to 8. So 2 more pins and they're pinned out.
That would be good. Afrika Korps.
Yep,
LMG firing straight at them.
yep.
That's
3s.
Yeah.
2 hits. 1 dead and a pin. Scots. Right. I'm going to fire my mortar
Of course you are.
at the one where I've got 3 ranged in, so I need a 3 or more. And I've got it.
4. Oh yeah, that's right.
Because it's a 2-inch marker, isn't it? So, in fact, I reckon I can get 6. Because you've bunched them. Because the outside. One. In fact, I can get all of those under there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's 5, 6 there. Maybe. Can I get that one as well? I can't stop my hand shaking. If I clip that there, I'm being really gamey, but I want to win. I reckon I can get all of those.
It's 5.
I'll make it 7.
How do you get 6?
So we've agreed it's 6.
Yep.
So it, I need 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're regular, are they?
Yep.
There's anything but 1. So that is 6 dead. Plus D3 pins. 3. So you're on 5 pins. This is quite important because you need to take a morale check.
How many pins was that?
3. And I did get 6, I'm going to roll to see now. So now you need to take a morale test with 5 pins. So you need basically 4 or less. And the officer, so 5 or less. Yep, so that's good. So you stay. Excellent. Next dice.
Yeah.
And then our small team. I'm going to have to rally this team here because my plan is to soak up all the shots, get the other teams up and get that objective. So they've soaked up more than they can handle. So they're veterans, so it's normally a 10. 6, so I pass, and then it's D6 plus 1. 2. What's the chances? So they're back down to 7. Good, next dice.
The Afrika Korps. Well, again, fire at them. See if I can do something more.
Okay, so you need to pass your test.
I've got...
Yep.
No problem. So I've got 1, 2...
Okay, so the LMG 3s and the rifles 4s. Yep, so that's another pin. Now you need 5s. It's 1 dead, roll the 6 again, in case you get the LMG. No, so just 1 dead.
And don't forget the pin.
Ah, well. Good.
Scots again.
Scots, excellent.
No, bad.
So I am going to do something over here. I'm going to move my tank 9 inches. So I'm just going to have to pivot and move. Just so I go past that. And then I'm going to open fire on some of your stuff. Okay, so I've moved my tank up and then I'm going to shoot at the infantry in the open there with my medium anti-tank gun. So movement 4, soft cover 5, and we get a 5. So that's a 2-inch template, which I think is probably 4, looking at it.
Yeah.
4. So let's come back.
Right, yes.
So the medium anti-tank gun is plus 5, so it's going to be anything but a 1. And of course I get 2 1s. So that's 2 dead and D3 pins. 2. And 2 dead. Then I'm going to do the same with the medium machine gun. I'm going to fire at the same unit because my engineers have done the honourable thing and got in the way. So it's going to be, again, movement 4, long range 5, yeah, because it's 25, long range 5, soft cover 6s. 1 hits, that's another pin. And that's it, just another pin. Good, next dice. Okay, so I'm just going to advance this team up 6 inches, just there. That's going to be about there, isn't it? Okay, so advance to there. So now I'm going to shoot on that squad there. So it's going to be movement 4, long range 5 for the rifles and 4 for the LMG. So I'll come back shortly. Okay, so needing 4 for the LMGs, 1 hit, and needing 5s for the rifles. Ooh, 4 hits, so that's 5 hits in total. So that's another pin. And needing 4s to kill. You've got 3 there, that's 3 dead.
Okay.
That's another dice out the bag. Right, okay, next dice.
Afrika Korps.
Do you know what you're going to do?
I don't have a huge amount left to do. Yes, my LGT next to the tank.
Oh, I forgot about them. The ones with a pin.
Yep, these guys.
Yep.
I'm going to take a pot shot at the engineers because they've got no real line of sight to the. Oh, maybe they do. Could be argued either way.
I'll go with whatever you can see.
Well, in that case, I can see.
So
at least
pass your
two
test
of them.
first. 5, yeah, so that's fine.
That comes off then, doesn't it?
So then it's whether, yeah, I'm going to get a soft cover there easy because they're.
So I count at least 2 that I can see. So that's basically 4s.
Well, what range is it?
Uh,
Because if it's outside 18, it's going to be 5s, isn't it? And they've got soft cover. In fact, they might.
It's 18 and a fraction.
If it's outside 18, then it's long range. So that's 4 5s because of the soft cover of the fence. Yeah, so that's 3 hits. And then you need 5s again to kill. Roll that 6 again. So how many did we still dead? Okay, so they're up to 9 pins and another one dead. Next dice.
Afrika Korps. We do rally those guys.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it, really.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, go for it.
The mortar's ranged in on them. So if you rally, if I get the first dice, I'm going to shoot them. So you might want to try and move them just to get 1 pin off, because then that ranged in goes. But if you get the first one, you can move them so they're not ranged in.
Yeah.
And rallying them will get rid of the pin. So you've got 2 choices there. But they are on 5 pins, so you would need 4 or less to pass, which is going to be, oh, and you've got an officer there, so 5 or less.
Yeah, let's try and move. What the hell? It's not going to kill me.
Well, it might do if you fail. Yeah, there you go, so you passed. So you're down to 4 pins.
And then just move them sideways.
You can just shuffle them. It doesn't have to be any distance at all. There you go. So then we can move all these ranged in markers, but you do have to move your 4 pins over.
Yep. That's a move, isn't it?
Okay, so I'm just going to move my officer team up 6 inches and see if I'm within range of my submachine gun. I don't think I am, but I'll probably tell from that. 6. Ooh, no, it's just out. Okay.
Scots again.
Scots again. Right, well, we've got to keep this momentum going, haven't we? So I am going to advance these 2 riflemen across over here. Get some soft cover on them. And let's see what they can shoot. Okay, so they've got 2 rifles. I'm just going to go for this team here. So it's movement 4, long range 5, soft cover 6. No. So next dice. Okay, so it's me again. I think I don't have much left. Okay, so I've advanced my engineers here. They're now all within 12 inches, so that's not long range. It's just movement 4, soft cover 5. I'll come back when I've worked out. Okay, so I'm going to do the SMG first, which will be movement 3, long range 4, soft cover 5s. Nothing. Then I've got the light machine gun, which is movement 4, soft cover 5s. 1 hit, so that's another pin. And then I've got 5 rifles, which are movement 4, soft cover 5. 2 hits. So I need in 4s. 1 dead. Okay, next dice.
Scots.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my sniper down.
And then the last one is my officer. who is basically just going to come around the corner.
Yep. But if he runs, you can get him. Well, if they haven't got any pins of this, it's fine now. Yeah.
No, it's just those two that I need to worry about at the moment.
Good. So that is the end of turn 6. So we need to roll to see if we can have a turn 7. At the moment, I've got the objective. So let's see if we have a turn 7. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. It ends. 4, 5, 6. It continues. So last round, turn 7. Let's collect up the dice and see what happens next.
Except smoke. That's the one thing I do.
So turn 7. Final go. Let's see who gets the first dice.
The Afrika Korps.
Well, there you go. Do you know what you're going to do?
Boss, LMG at your
Okay.
unit over that end.
So just need 3s. Okay, so that's another pin.
Three sixes that I had.
Yeah, 3 hits. And 2 dead. Roll the 6 again.
Still not.
2 dead. But I do believe you've got me up to 10, so that unit goes and you can get dice out of the bag.
At least I salvage a little bit of pride out of it.
Indeed.
Okay. And the Afrika Korps goes again.
Again, crikey.
Well, this LMG unit is going to fire
Yeah.
the engineers straight ahead. And that's going to be 4s if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So 3 hits. 1 dead.
And a pin.
And a beaten. Next dice.
The Scots.
Scots. So I am going to do a with me with my officer. So if you can pull another dice out of the bag, please. Excellent. So let's try and get my. So I need a 10 because they're veteran engineers plus an officer next and 1 pin. 10 and rather typical, they go down. What a load of rubbish. Right, well, that's fine. I've still got the officer unit to go. So they are going to move 6 inches forward to there. And they are going to do SMG shots into that unit there. So 4 shots, movement 3, soft cover. So it'll be long range 4, soft cover 5s. Nothing. Next dice.
The Afrika Korps. Next best option is the mortar at the ones
Yep.
over there, the engineers. That is 2 dice if memory serves. And
No, 1 dice, you need 6. No. We won't bother putting a range marker in because it's the last turn.
Scots.
Yeah. So which group just went?
The mortar.
All right. So I'm going to move my tank up. 3. It's going to be about there, isn't it? And he is going to do a couple of shots straight ahead. Huh?
I said ow.
Yeah, so the light anti-tank gun is going to go on these 2 here. So movement 4, soft cover 5. Yeah, got it. So it's going to be the 2 there. With the template, it'd be 2 of them, won't it? So, what do we say? It's +4, didn't we? So it'd be. They're both dead. Because of its +4, that's 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just another dice out of the bag. Then with the medium anti-tank gun, I'm going to fire at this squad here that's still bunched together. So that's again 4, movement 4, soft cover 5. Ah, I got 4. And that's the tank moved.
Okay.
Next dice.
Afrika Korps.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Not with any disrespect to my officer, I'm just going to get those guys to have a go at firing at the engineers in front of them. 6, 9. Officer next to them, 8.
So you need a 9.
Yep.
So you got 3, which takes it down to a 6. Yes, you passed. So you've got 2 pins.
And that's LMG there.
A rifle there.
And 2 rifles. LMG and 2 rifles. And if memory serves, that should be within range for the rifles.
So just 3s. And now you need 5s. Roll those 2 6s again in case you get the flame. Not that it matters because there's not another round. But no, so just 2 dead. And another pin. But again, that doesn't really matter because you only got 2 pins on me. Okay, next dice. Okay, my mortar's going to fire at this group here. So I need a 6. Nope.
Good.
Next dice.
Scots again.
Okay, so this unit here is just going to move across to there, and I'm going to shoot at this team here. So it's movement. Can you just, I think it's over 12, but it'll be movement 4, 5. So it's going to be 6s. There's a 5, so if it's within 12, no, that's fine. So nothing. Next dice.
That's the Afrika Korps, which is
Your officer.
not much really he can do.
Okay, so the sniper can't do anything, so he'll just go down, and then it'll just be this unit here, which I'm going to move up and see if I can just finish off something. Okay, so the LMG is within 18, so that'll be movement 4, soft cover 5s. Nothing. Yeah, I'll say there's nothing. And then the rifles need 6s. So it's 2 hits. And nothing, just a pin. And I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah. There's nothing left to move.
There you go then. So at the end of the game, I've got the objective, which is 3 points. Plus I've got 4 of your dice, which is 7 points. And have you captured one of mine? So 7-1. Well done. Thank you for the game.
No, likewise, thank you.
And that was quite good. I enjoyed being brave Scots running across the field. Yeah.
My confidence was shattered by the artillery barrage in round 1.
Yeah, I think so. And I was pleasantly surprised with the M3 actually. That tank was, yeah, it worked quite well. Especially being able to fire at the 2 different targets just meant I was able to take on your tank and armoured car. And then losing this unit here was fine because that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to move up. I wanted to get my engineers in a position so I could get and use my flamethrower, but as has happened every single time with my flamethrower in my 8th Army, it never seems to get across the field. Maybe I need to take a smaller unit in a car and drive across. But yeah, so good game. Thank you very much. And the next one we do will be 1,000 points, which will just add a few more troops to the field. So thank you very much. And don't forget, please like, share, comment and subscribe. It really helps. And see you again soon. Take care. Bye.